what's up, y'all? R-Mak's dad here. It's been a little while since I've done a run. Been having some issues with sleeping at night with my little one. Man, he wakes up every 2 hours and it's just killing us. And so we got that going on. And then I did two tattoos on Friday, so it's been like taking a little bit of a break due to the healing and that process. Just wanted to give it some time. So it's probably been about 10 days since my last run, which I know that's pretty shit. And so we gotta do better. I'm still stuck at 110 miles since my journey began right before Halloween. It's becoming obvious that 250 overall is gonna be not doable. And I'm gonna have to lower my expectations a bit. And that is the name of the game in fitness running. It's never a straight line to progress and success. It's always these ebbs and flows in the road. And so I didn't know, the last 10 days that I'd be getting like 3-4 hours of sleep at night. It's just one of those things that happens. And okay, so I gotta pivot. Running is not a huge priority when that's happening. I'm just trying to function. I'm trying to survive. I'm trying to get through this challenging season. Maybe you can relate. Maybe you're going through a challenging season too. I was talking to somebody online and she was saying that she misses her family this time of year. Another YouTuber. The cold gets to her too. And I get that. Like, I definitely miss my family this time of year more. We are far enough away where the day trip's not really possible. And so it's one of those things when we see people, it's less often, but it's usually they stay over. And this time of year, yeah, I definitely miss it. I miss the help for sure with the kids. It's been a doozy. But, you gotta look at the positive stuff, the bright side. Excited for Christmas, excited for the holiday, excited to get back to running. Got new shades on, $24 at Kohl's. Yeah. I think that, honestly, I've had the expensive Ray-Bans. And honestly, one of my gifts for Christmas might be Ray-Bans. We'll see what Santa brings. But I think that sometimes just cheap running glasses, they're polarized too, apparently, so they kind of block out a lot of sun. It feels good to wear these. So I think sometimes those cheap running glasses can be a good thing. I'm not gonna get too worried if they get scratched up or broken on a run. Whereas, the Ray-Bans, I'm gonna be pretty pissed if I if I break them after, a couple runs or something. So that's the positive to some cheap glasses. Beyond the lack of sleep and honestly it's been lack of motivation. Once I get in bed at night, I'm just playing in my butt there and I'm not moving because it's been a hell of a journey. I don't know if you can relate to what I'm going through, but I feel like I'm losing myself. The lack of sleep, man, just gets you. Sleep deprivation is a real thing, and it's awful, awful, awful. It's basically being in a nightmare. And doing the best I can to get through this. Giving myself grace, lowering expectations a little bit here. If I want to still hit around 200 miles for this whole journey. I haven't done the math on that, but that's basically running every day from here on out. I think I can do that. I think I can meet that. At least get close. If it's 175 or whatever, cool. This is my first journey. This is my first YouTube series. It's my first ever, like a lot of things. So first time putting myself out there on the internet, and I appreciate, all 560 of you all so far that have subbed to this, following my journey with the run. Today's agenda is to get back on track. What is that gonna mean? I don't know. I feel like I'm well rested, like in terms of my body hasn't, I haven't done a run in I think 10 days, honestly. It's pathetic. But yeah, so from that standpoint, I feel good. Maybe I can come back and I'll be like super rested on my body and I'll just kick butt the rest of the year up till 2025, hopefully. So we're at 110 today. I'm thinking 5 today if I could. We'll see though. It's touch and go because 5 sounds easy until you get into it, but I think I'll be good. It's mid 50s right now. It's a little bit warmer than I'd like to be wearing long sleeves and long sleeve or long pant joggers rather, but because of the tattoos I have to cover them up with the sun. I've done a lot of research on like aftercare and all that stuff, so gotta be cognizant of that. Tell me, like, if you have tattoos, what's been your experience with running? Like, how quickly after have you gone back to it? I've been here before, like I've done this. I'm trying to think, last year I got tattoos on separate occasions and I was able to run a couple days later. I think it's just, basically you're worried about sweat, you're worried about sun, and then when you get done, you got to make sure you clean it off and wipe the sweat off and all that stuff, so like disinfect it. So I think if I do that, I'll be okay. I'm not gonna worry about it too much. It doesn't really hurt too bad anymore. It's more just like a minor sunburn. It's like 4 days after I got it. 5 days? Might be 5 days now. I don't even know what day it is. It's Wednesday. I think it's December 17th. We are heading into the week of Christmas. All those festivities we got going on. Looking forward to that. Hopefully you have some stuff to look forward to too. I want to know what your traditions are. Are you gonna still do your rounds with family? Commitments, everything that's going on. Want to know your stories about, again, if you have tattoos, how quickly after have you been able to run and all that stuff. Like, it's all good community and conversation. And again, we're all here for each other to help on this journey, because that's not like my journey ends at the end of the year or something like that. It's like, this is just the beginning of my journey. This is the start of something that hopefully is going to flourish into a lifelong love of running and fitness. And so you're seeing this walk right now. I'm just going to do a little bit of warm up with my walk, get those muscles warm. I did my stretch already. Again, I'm going to shoot for 5 today. Be at 115 hopefully by next time I do my debrief. I can't help but like beat myself up for not doing more. It's one of those things, like I'm always guilting myself for not doing more. It's really hard to give myself credit, and that's something I gotta learn in 2025. That's a huge goal I should have, is to give myself credit for what I've done. I don't have to be out here even trying. It'd be easy to watch Netflix and say, oh, I'll do it next year. When circumstances are better, when I'm getting a full 6 hours of sleep at night, like that kind of stuff. And those are all valid, like, arguments, but you know, I'm tired of the excuses. Honestly, I'm tired of saying tomorrow. I'm tired of saying next year. Like, I'm ready to do this, you know? I'm ready to be fit. I want to be in the best shape of my life in 2025. I want to start thinking about runs. What runs can I do? How much faster can my times get? How much longer can my runs get? I got lots of nice gear. I have all the stuff you need. Like, there's no excuse from that standpoint. Like, I got all the gear. I just need to get my body there. I need to get my mind there. And once the personal stuff falls into place, mainly the sleep, I think it's all going to fall into place. And 2025 is going to be the best year ever from a fitness standpoint, running standpoint, weight loss standpoint. But it's also going to play into my mind, and it's going to help me be a better person, be happier. And, you know, everything's going to turn out great in 2025. That's at least how I feel right now. Feeling hopeful, optimistic, and inspired. And I hope you are too. All right. We got our 5K in today. That's about all I felt I could do. I'm so out of it, man. Those 10 days off, like, it was good for my mind maybe, but man, too long. I gotta not have that long of a lapse moving forward. So we got about 10 minute per mile pace. It felt good though. It felt good to get out here, clear my head. I get this thing, like, when I finish running, I feel really, like, overheated. I don't know if anyone else ever feels like that. I think it goes back to my trauma of when I've kind of pushed it too far in the past, and then like I really was overheated. I remember I used to run in July, like when I first started running, in the summer, in the middle of the day, in Arizona. So not the smartest thing, although I do live where it is colder than you probably think about Arizona. It's still not a good idea pushing, 90, probably 100 with the, all things considered, if you consider the heat index and all that. So just not smart decisions sometimes. And then I think it comes back to bite me, because then I feel, even now, even running in December in the middle of the day, I'm like, man, am I too hot? Like, it's still kind of a mind game, if you will. So that's one of the things I have to deal with, is like, I'm always thinking about the heat, and that's why I like to run in the cold, because I know that's like it's not a possibility to overheat, right? So I was talking to someone today about this, and I said, like, yeah, I like to run when it's 30 or 40 degrees outside. And right now it's about 60, so it's definitely not where I want to run. And obviously I have a little bit more gear on than I'd like to have because of the tattoo situation. Got to protect that from the sun. And so that's just one of those things, is like, you got to deal with. And I'm curious to know, what is your ideal temperature to run in? Is it 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s, like it is right now? Warmer than that? Like, I can't imagine you'd want to run warmer than this. But, again, like, I don't know. I'm sure there's somebody out there that's like 80s, 90s, sign me up. And to be honest, being from Arizona, I was like that. Like, I remember playing basketball when I was a kid, when it was like 115 out. Didn't faze me. It wasn't something that, like, I thought twice about. And so I don't know if it's with age, or if it's with, like, as you get older, life kind of throws you all these surprises. Stuff you used to be able to do is like harder now to do, and you can't really, like, man, some days it's like getting out of bed is a freaking chore. And, you know, obviously that's not the way it is when you're younger, precluding, you know, disabilities or illness or sickness, whatever. But I don't know, just food for thought. Just wanted to know what your ideal temperature is for running. I think for walking, 60s are fine, 70s are fine, even 80s, you know, if I'm just strolling, it's okay, I guess. But yeah, 90s for walking, no thanks, or above. I like to keep in the 70s or below for a walk, and then 40s or below for a run. I sweat a lot. I exert a lot of energy. I get hot, you know, like I feel good now on my walk and my cool down, but man, after I stopped running, I was like, damn, I'm hot. I gotta get that cold plunge going. I have a cold plunge that I haven't used at all, so that's something I gotta set up and get going. It kind of all rolls back to, do I have time for this though? So that's kind of a story of my life right now. Anyways, thanks for watching this, liking, subscribing this, sharing this. I want to hear about your running journey, your fitness journey, your weight loss journey as we head into 2025. I want to hear about your ideal running situation. And I want to hear about obstacles you've overcome lately. Is it just the holiday blues? Is it, you know, illness, just lack of motivation, tattoos, you know, whatever it is. So let me know in the comments. And I'll catch you guys later. R-Mak's dad.